Hi everyone, welcome to today's episode of the Homestay Blueprint podcast. Today we're going to handle marketing. How do you stay relevant in an ever-growing vacation rental market? And we are joined by Seth Morelli, our head of digital marketing, and he's going to take us through it. This video was taken at Nemo's Riverside Apartments. Nemo's Riverside Apartments, superior and deluxe studio apartments are designed with your comfort and convenience in mind. Nemo's Riverside Apartments also offer an array of exciting amenities, including a refreshing swimming pool, thrilling zip lining activities, a delightful restaurant, and impeccably manicured gardens. Welcome, Seth.
Thank you. Yeah, so I wear many hats at Nemo's, and one of them, of course, is overseeing the digital marketing strategy.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, so we've gotten a few questions which we thought would be important to cover today. And the first one is, why is it important to market, and which is the best way to go about it in a very competitive market?
Yeah, so I think marketing is it's different things to different organizations, but of course, they are the boundaries of what exactly marketing is. So I would say marketing, according to Nemo's, the way we approach it, Nemo's Homestays, is we have 5 stages, and they encompass our marketing strategy. Number one, when you get creative multimedia, what people call posting content. So this is, we have this property, it's in this location. We take good photographs, we have the nice write-up like the captions, and we post it, whether it's going to be a pop-up on our website or on our IG, That is what is called advertising. That's stage one.
Okay.
We have this particular product or service, have a look at it.
Mm.
Secondly, we have this, we have our Nemo's Digest, our quarterly magazine. And what we do is we take the quarterly magazine, we have the print version, which we distribute to all our properties. Secondly, we have the digital version, which we use email marketing for that, to let people know that we have this magazine. And of course, the content therein still pushes our products and our services. That is called promotion. Then thirdly, we then engage in giving our clients an immersive feel of our products and services. So you'll notice on our website, nemos.co.ke, number one, we have a nomenclature. So each and every one of our properties is named. So you'll find Gitwamba, you'll find Ivory Mansion, right? So with that nomenclature, that allows us then to have a dedicated link for each and every one of our assets. So you can go to a page dedicated to a particular property like the Ivory Mansion or Gitwamba Ridge. And that dedicated link gives you as exhaustive a feel of the property without experiencing it. So the location, why should you stay here? Serene location, is it private? Is it a private villa? All those, the amenities that you'll find. And we also engage in blogging, where if we're telling people, like we just introduced travel packages, we don't just tell them, you can go to Olpajeta or Oljogi. We tell, what exactly is Oljogi? What will you see there? People, oh, there's a bear there. Okay, I'm interested. We do that with our blogging. That's what you call exhaustive articulation of a product or service. That is called publicity. Then after publicity, we try and establish smart partnerships so that number one, we can have cross-marketing. So with some of our partners, like the travel agents and so on, you'll find our presence even on their particular platforms. But more importantly, you also want to get the attention of, say, like the dailies, radio stations, We've been interviewed on several occasions. When you have your presence is seen externally on other platforms, then that is what we call PR. Then after those 4 steps, where you've really spoken about the product or the service, you then tell them, oh yeah, the Ivory Mansion is 20,000 shillings per night. That is the final stage of closing. That is what we call sales. So marketing, according to Nemo's, is all those. Is advertising, promotion, publicity, positive PR, of course, closing with sales. All those steps is what we consider to be marketing. Well, marketing according to Nemo's Homestays.
And on to our second question. At what point should a vacation rental owner start marketing their units?
So it's always best to explain with scenarios. You will remember that we had a particular property, one of our newest partners, as it were, or clients. Several months prior to launch, we'd already started marketing them.
Yes.
So now we've added this, we've done the conference center, we've brought this beautiful bed like that. I would advise vacation rental, of course, liaise with your project manager and all. You don't want to start building anticipation 3 years prior to completion. It will die down. Yeah. But when you're nearing completion, it's very good to start building that anticipation. That is very important because when you build anticipation and deliver, so if you're marketing and telling people will be open in the next 3 months, and you actually launch 3 months to when you announced it, that already builds trust. Yes. Like, okay, they can actually deliver. A lot of times properties will not remain stagnant. They'll add bigger TVs, they'll grow new trees, they'll launch a kitchen garden, they'll build more properties. So you're constantly telling people, you're inviting people into, your product becomes more like a family. Your vacation rental becomes home away from home. That's what I would advise. Always build anticipation. There's no problem with starting when you're ready to start, but if you can show people the progress, you sort of invite them to be part of your product. That again builds trust. Yes.
So they buy into the journey too.
Exactly. They buy into your journey. There's a sense of ownership.
Yes. Okay. So do I have to enlist my Airbnb on all social media platforms? In this case, we mean vacation rental.
Yeah, so of course it helps to be on social media. Remember, before we called it social media, we called it social networking. That's the very essence of the likes of Twitter, and it's all about connections. Now, there are several things to look at. Number one, you must look at the nature of the content you are marketing. For instance, if you're into long form content, like this podcast can be thought of as long form content, you probably want to be on YouTube. You have to have a presence on YouTube. If like the way we take lots and lots and lots of photos, I'd advise that you would probably want to be on a platform like Instagram. So you have to look at the nature of your content. A lot of times organizations will have a mix. You'll have photographs, you'll have reels. So you will find that you have to appear on multiple platforms.
What do you suppose the future of marketing vacation rentals is?
So, I mean, we leverage heavily on tech. I mean, as probably we made it obvious already. So there are lots of futures. I think the future is going to be disruptive. By disruptive, I don't mean destructive. I mean, it's going to change a lot. And that, I will say, is probably a podcast for another time. But very briefly, there is no escaping artificial intelligence. I don't see a future where people go to a website and they're looking at all the 1BRs, 2BRs. What I see is our intelligent platforms where someone just types, it's me, my wife, 3 children, we want to do Alpagetta, we're looking for a private compound, what do you have? So the website becomes what we call a knowledge base. It doesn't become irrelevant. In fact, more so now, websites have to be very well designed, that the information therein must be very accurate.
This question keeps coming up. Are Airbnb and other platforms a must to enlist on when you own a vacation rental?
So it makes sense to be on these platforms. But just like the question we asked with social media, you must look at the conversion. The beauty of such platforms, number one, they are popular. It helps to be where people go to. Number two, they handle quite a lot of what we call mission critical processes. Are you able to move, say, payments, reservations? So these platforms handle a lot of that for you. Thirdly, if you were to, say you just have one property. Now if you think of, say, having a web strategy where you have your own website, you're talking about hosting fees. You have to get someone to design the website if you don't know how to design it yourself, someone to maintain it. So it helps to be on them, but you must try as much as possible to control your marketing fate. If you're going to be on, if you already launch a web strategy like being on Airbnb, then you should be on social media. You should have a space that you call your own. It helps to be on these platforms, but again, always query. Is it working for me?
Mm-hmm.
Would I be better off just having my own website?
Mm.
There are people even just totally depend on social media. When we started off, we were relying heavily on WhatsApp.
Yes.
And business was moving.
Yeah.
So it's the nature of your business,
Mm.
conversion rates,
Mm.
the effort you're putting in, ROI.
Yeah.
But it doesn't hurt to be on popular platforms. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Seth. He's our marketing guru. And thank you for joining us today. We look forward to having you on the next episode, which is going to be next week. If you have any questions on what we've handled today, please DM us, or a topic you want us to handle next week. We look forward to the next episode and have a lovely day.
Bye-bye.